All right, now a handle. Notice we're still only on one layer here because we'd like the handle to be the same color. So I'm going to leave it on layer 1. I'm going to go up here to my toolbox and I'm going to pick a torus. From a torus in an overhead view, I'm going to pull what I think is a reasonable size ring. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and a reasonable size ring is what I'm looking for here. Y'all. All right. Come on, torus, get in there. There we go. So I pull a reasonable size ring. I can always resize it in a little bit. First click determines radius. Second click determines tube radius. If you look at it and you think either of those should be changed a little bit, you can always click tube radius and put in another value. Maybe I wanted it to be 11 instead of 11.5. You just type in 11, hit check mark. If you want ring radius to be a little bigger, maybe I can type in 42 if I felt like it. And again, hit check mark, and it'll change those things for you. So now we've got two things to do. We got to cut it in half and we got to put it on the cup. So first of all, we're going to cut it in half. So we're staying on layer here. We go over here to where it's called the cut tool and we click cut. We click and we pull until we see a yellow line come through the middle of the figure. And when we see a yellow line coming through what we feel is the middle of the figure, we click again. It'll ask us, do we want to split it? We say yes by clicking, and let's go ahead and put a little bit of a gap of 1 in there. So again, we just hit 1 and we hit check mark. So notice what that did. That drove a gap in between those two things. So now I'm going to delete one of them. So we talked about this a moment ago in the last video. If we select faces, click on one face on the left and hit Control A, we've now highlighted the whole left-hand bit. If I go up here to trash, it's gone. So now I do the exact same thing. I select faces, I hit Control A, and now I can move it all. And this time I'm going to choose to rotate and move it. So I pick a value that looks good, and I say I want to rotate it up. So I didn't have the green one in that one. Notice the green one didn't show up there. So here, I didn't like these rotations, so I switched views, and the green rotation box stood up there, and I like that one. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to rotate it until it looks like it's about perpendicular. And then I'm still not quite there yet, so I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it over to the right just by grabbing the arrow and moving. I'm going to move it up by grabbing the arrow and moving. Now I'm getting closer. Now I'm going to spin over to another view, and I might grab the green arrow now from here, and it's going to bring it in. I'm pretty darn close. I kind of like where it's sitting right now, and I just maybe want to tilt it a little bit more. So again, I look for whatever rotation shows up, and I like the pink one right now. See the pink rotation? If I grab it and I pull it up a little more until it looks parallel, and then I grab my forward arrow and I move, looks like I'm going to bring that right in there. If I don't like the size, please remember the boxes are size. So if I thought the handle should be a little smaller, let's look. This one says scale, and that would scale it up and down. This one says proportional scale. Proportional scale shrinks the whole thing. So maybe I shrink the whole thing just a little bit. Okay, and right now I'm liking the looks of it. So I can just click off, and now I can get around to coloring it. And I'll go ahead and do that now. Again, this is all on layer 1. So I hit the color picker. Maybe I'll go to some sort of, that type of color. And then I can change, I don't know, glass, shaded, wood, whatever else. I'm going to go to a glass mug for a moment. And now I've got this guy. And again, on color picker, if I want to change the matte or the finish or whatever else, 3D print, see what that look like. That looks kind of fun. And I'll leave that. And there is a cup for you with the handle. That's good.